Welcome. In front of me is ACER TravelMate P2, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install Windows 11 on this laptop from USB flash drive. So first thing you're gonna need is the USB flash drive itself. I recommend using USB 2.0 since in my case my laptop doesn't support 3.0 for booting, and therefore I recommend using 2.0. If you can try 3.0 if it works for you, it's fine, but just be aware that if it's not working with your USB, then get an older version of it. So the next thing you're gonna need is the device which you're gonna be using for creating a bootable USB flash drive out of this regular one, and now it has to be a device with any operational system like Windows or Linux, if you will, and you need to have an internet connection on it. So it can basically be this laptop if you have an operational system installed on it, but I understand if you don't have it. So I myself am gonna be doing this on a different device, on a different PC, and that's basically it. That's enough. So for now, let me switch to the other PC. Okay, so insert your USB flash drive into it and open the web browser on it. Open any search engine of your preference and start looking for Windows 11 download. You'll find the official Microsoft.com website that says download Windows 11. Open it. Then at the bottom of the list, select change the select download to Windows 11 multi-edition ISO. Then click confirm and wait until your request is validated. Then select the product language and click confirm once again, and again wait until your request is validated. And then on the then click 64-bit download, and the ISO file will start to download to your PC. In the meanwhile, we can open another tab and search for the Rufus program that we're gonna need for creating an ISO image on the flash drive. So find the official Rufus.ie website, open it, scroll all the way down the list to downloads, and download the latest version. For me it's 4.9. Download it, then try to run it on your PC, and if it doesn't run, if you don't see anything like this, then you can switch to x86 version, download it instead, and it will work just fine for you. So right now, give me a moment. So here in the device section, you're gonna have to select your USB device. Now one important note is that you have to first empty your USB flash drive. You don't have to do this, but if you have any important files on it, then transfer them somewhere else, because your USB flash drive will be formatted. If you don't want to bother, if you don't have any important files, and since there is something there, don't worry, it's gonna be formatted. You don't have to do nothing with it. Then once you select the USB flash drive, once your ISO image is downloaded, click select right here, then select your image, and then don't change anything here, just click start, click OK. Don't hit any checkboxes, make sure that everything is unchecked here. Click OK, OK again, and then wait until the status bar says ready. And then, just in case, let's also download some drivers for your laptop, because you might not be able to set up your device without them if you don't have if you don't have any Ethernet cable. So let's open another tab and search for ACER drivers, and you'll find the official ACER.com website that says download ACER support drivers and manuals. Just open this website, and here you'll have to open your device serial number or SNID. I'm gonna show you how to find it on your laptop just in a moment. So grab your laptop, let me close the lid for you and turn it around, and here on the back cover you'll be able to find your device's serial number and SNID. Right here. So as you can see, here is the serial number and below is SNID. So I really recommend using SNID since it's much easier to use. It's half as short as the serial number. So just write it down or take a photo of it, and let's continue on the website. Okay, so enter either your serial number or SNID into this field. Then press enter, and on the following page select the Windows 11 operation system, scroll down, and here you'll find wireless LAN driver. Now in my case there are two wireless LAN driver. The one has vPro features to it. I don't need vPro features. vPro features are for managing IT structures. So for most users, the usual LAN driver will be enough. So I'm gonna go with this one. Just click download next to it, and you will download the zip file to your computer. Now let's check how the things going with the Rufus. And as you can see, the status bar isn't yet filled, so let's wait until it's filled and then go back to the drivers download. And when the status bar says ready, you can close this application. And now let's go to the file explorer, to the downloads folder, open the wireless LAN. Use right click and open with file explorer, then use copy this file by right clicking it, select copy, then go to your USB flash drive, right click and paste, and wait until all the data is pasted here. And right now we can close this window and we can safely eject the USB flash drive from our computer and switch to the laptop. Okay, so right now you can insert your USB flash drive into the laptop, and then we can enter the boot menu and boot our device from USB. But before we do that, let's make sure that we can do this, because for me, I wasn't able at first, so I suppose that you might not be able to. So first of all, press power button to turn your device on, and then repeatedly press F2 button until you open the BIOS menu on your screen. Keep pressing F2. Okay, and once you are in the BIOS menu, use right arrow key to select main, then using down arrow key, navigate to F12 boot menu, press enter and make sure that it says enabled, and if it's not, then using down and up arrow keys you can select enabled, then press enter to confirm. And once your boot menu is enabled, you can click right arrow key two more times until you hit the security section right here, then let's set supervisor password just for a moment, so we can access other features of security menu. So just press enter and enter a new password. I'm gonna be using 1234 so I can remember it easily, and I recommend you doing the same thing. Okay, so now use down arrow key to select erase all secure boot setting, press enter, confirm, and then we can remove the supervisor password by selecting set supervisor password again, then entering 1234 as the current password, then leave empty field for new password and empty field for new password again, and then your password will be erased. And now what we have to do is press F10 to save and exit, then press enter, and while your laptop is restarting, repeatedly press F12 until you open up the boot menu. Okay, and in the boot menu you have to select the USB flash drive from the list, using your down and up keys, arrow keys to navigate, and enter to select. So once you hit USB HDD or basically your flash drive, press enter and wait until your device boots into the USB flash drive. It's gonna take a moment. Now in the following window you can change the time and currency format by expanding this list and selecting the value that you need, then click next. Then you can just as well change your keyboard or input method right here and click next again, then hit the checkbox next to I agree everything will be deleted including files, apps and settings, and click next again. Then read the entire license agreement, make sure you're content with it, and click next to continue the process. Now click accept, excuse me. Okay, and right now we'll have to do some magic with the disks. So first of all, let's erase all the data from our computer. As you can see, we have 4 partitions right here. You have to delete each one of them by selecting one of the partitions and clicking delete partition right here. Once it's deleted, go to the next one and click delete partition again. Delete partition, and we will be left with just one. Okay. Okay, and right now we have almost 240 gigabytes of unallocated space. If you just want to have just one disk on your laptop, then just select this unallocated space and click next and proceed with the installation process. But if you want to create some separate disks like disk D, disk E, etc., then what you have to do is click create partition and then input a size in megabytes for this partition. Now the first partition I recommended to be the system partition, so the disk C, and the recommended size of the C disk is from 100 to 150 gigabytes. So enter this value in megabytes instead. So I'm going to enter 150,000 megabytes as the equivalent of 150 gigabytes for the system disk. Then click apply to confirm. And wait. Okay, and right now we have this partition 3 of the size of 146 gigabytes, which will be the system disk. And for the rest of the space, just click on it, create partition, and for me there is the only option for me is to create just one disk, since there's only 94 gigabytes left. So I'm just gonna go with the default value, click apply, and the rest of unallocated space will turn into a separate disk on my device, which will probably be the disk D. But of course you can rename your disk after you install your Windows. So for now I'm gonna select partition 3 as it's the system partition as we defined it. Then once I select it, click next. Then click install, and at this point just make sure that your device is plugged into the power source and wait until Windows is installed on your PC. Okay, so when the installation process is complete, let's check if we have to install the internet drivers. So first select the right country or region, then click yes. Then select the right keyboard layout, click yes, then click skip. And then on the following page, well, as you can see, the drivers were unnecessary for me, but in case you have this install drivers section on your screen, to install them just click on this icon right here, and then select the folder that you downloaded before, and once you select that folder, the drivers will be installed and you'll be able to connect to the Wi-Fi. So for now I think the tutorial is complete. Thank you so much for watching it. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.